Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, we've got Dark Wolf 782 playing the Tier 10 St. Vincent, which is a beast of a ship. It is a Tier 10 British battleship. I'll read the general information that is found on the World of Warships wiki. St. Vincent. In November 1920, the further development of the battlecruiser project was presented. Project, is it I3 or 13? Maybe somebody can tell me. It fundamentally differed from its predecessors. The main armament was concentrated at the bow of the ship, and the propulsion unit was moved to the stern. This allowed the magazines to be placed in the widest part. The ship was faster than her predecessors. It's easy for me to say. However, the displacement and size of the ship didn't suit the Admiralty, so the project was sent back to the drawing board. Now about the guns. You can see you've got 3 turrets, 3 barrels per turret. These are 457s with a rate of fire of 2 shots per minute. So you get a reload of 30 seconds base, 6 degrees per second rotation, so 30 seconds to rotate 180 degrees, firing range base of 20.5 kilometers, max dispersion 220 meters. The HE shells do a maximum damage of 7,100 with a 63% fire chance and an initial HE shell velocity of 757 meters per second. So they're slow, probably take a little getting used to, but they seem to be devastatingly effective in terms of starting fires as well as the base damage. The AP shells do a max damage of 14,900, and I think we're probably going to get a chance to see what that can do here in this game. And the initial AP shell velocity is 762 meters per second. So was it 5 meters per second faster? So they're about the same in terms of the velocity of the shells. Base HP 79,400, which you can see here. And a nice suite of tools. You've got defensive fire, speed boost, and a heal. And our hero has moved into position to help put the hurt on this Z52. And if these shells connect, you'll get to see what kind of damage they can do. So Dark Wolf has hit the speed boost. So it did kind of look like the Z52 might have thrown some torps out this way. And there are some other torps there, and they are closing. It's a big chunk of damage from the red battleships. And here come the torpedoes from the Z52. Not able to land the big shot on Z52, but easily avoids the torpedo strikes, and it looks like Dark Wolf is going to be focused on turning the guns around. Hakuryu takes out the Z52. Great job, Hakuryu. And our hero is using the, well, it's not a rear-facing turret, but the most rear-facing turret, I guess, to try and get a fire started on the Grosser. And Dark Wolf is falling back a bit. Might be a really good idea. And he's making good use of the smoke. Now I should say that I've had this replay for a while, so there have been a few updates since this replay was sent to me. There have just been a lot of others that have come in, and I'm just now getting around to this. So I think this actually is from a game played in February of 2023. It is now June, so it's been a little while. And it looks like Dark Wolf's going to kind of turn around at this point and maybe start heading north again.
Engine boost deactivated.
Now on a faster reloading ship, I don't like to follow the shells because I feel like that keeps me from paying attention to what's going on around me. But on a battleship with a 30-second reload, is there any harm? Probably not. Just keep an eye on the mini-map. taking full advantage of that long range, and you can see the torpedoes from the U-2501 chasing the Grosse. Satsuma now moving forward. Just a little high on that first volley. And that one lands squarely amidships, 5,400 damage, and starts a fire that continues to burn. Satsuma, well, probably an experienced player who knows not to put that first fire out, especially against something with a 63% base fire chance. And if you're newer to the game, why does that matter? As you can see that our hero switched to AP. Well, because you put that first fire out, and then any subsequent fires, you've got a cooldown period before you can put any more out. So somebody could get 3 or 4 fires started on your ship, and there's not a darn thing you could do. That looks pretty good. Almost 10,000 on Satsuma. As Satsuma continues to show no respect, just sailing kind of broadside. And maybe this will be the last AP volley before we get back to HE. Now Dark Wolf showing a little bit of side. Dangerous. I'm not sure whether those shells are coming for Dark Wolf. Look like they're going for this, for the Hakuryu. Ooh, Shima behind the lines. Okay, you can see the Dark Wolf immediately switches to HE. Very smart. And he's got to just he's got to know Shima's going to smoke up here. And Shima hasn't even had to use the smoke yet. He's taking every second he can. Probably won't smoke until he's detected again. Saint Louis takes out Gros Boy. Good guys down 2 ships, bad guys down 3. The Buki torps are probably on the way. That may be what we're seeing there. And Shimakaze, where did he go? That Shimakaze player, he played that right. He did not fire his guns, which made it easy for him to just hide, take full advantage of his very low detection range. Jean Bar takes out the friendly Palmer, and the friendly Shimakaze detonates Satsuma. Good guys now down 3 ships, bad guys down 4. Still anybody's game, and Shima is a real threat. You can see the smoke there. And Dark Wolf puts the shells out. Now I'm not sure whether I would have done that. I might have just pushed in until I had him proximity spotted, or I might have waited, if he had to run, waited until Hakuryu had him spotted. But either way, I think it's fair to assume that this works out okay for Dark Wolf. Otherwise, maybe he wouldn't have sent me this replay. So, Hakuryu has got aircraft all over the place here. There's really nowhere for Shima to run. Oh, he is backed up. He's going to... Oh, yeah, here come all the torps. Dark Wolf very wisely pushes into them. He's going to eat 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you're going to see another beautiful thing about the St. Vincent. Look at that heel. Half of the damage, maybe a little over the half of the damage that he just took, he's going to heal back. And it doesn't take any time at all. Look at how fast these HP come pouring back in. It goes dark. HE still loaded. The Gross is angled. It's turned in, so those shells will probably go over. That was really nicely done, Dark Wolf. Finished off that Shima. I think De Grosse is probably switching to AP. There's 7,000 and a fire. And De Grosse did repair, so there's an opportunity for some perma-fires here. Gotta keep an eye on whether De Grosse is turning out. Now, our hero sees that he's headed into, well, 3 ships really, although Jean Bar looks like he's going to go outside. Now, Kunda, if he stops, he's going to eat a really big shot here from AP. And he did. He stopped. He didn't want to get too close to the Saint Louis in Annapolis, but man, that's going to cost him here, I think. Yeah. That's a Citadel total damage on the Conda of 20, what, almost 28,000. Yeah, there's no way he survives this. CV's going to finish him here. And Dark Wolf pushing into Vermont. It's probably safe to assume Vermont's going to angle in. I don't know about that torp drop, but still. See whether these shells. Yeah. One ricochet, maybe aimed a little low there, but I think we've all seen it happen. You aim it perfectly, and the shells go into the water. Vermont's guns are no joke. And torpedo's going to be back up on this side in 7 seconds. There's a nice chunk, 9,800. And Vermont is turning in. He's probably going to just put his nose straight into Dark Wolf here. But that's okay, because almost certainly Dark Wolf's going to get a full broadside shot on the Vermont. Vermont's guns are aimed the other direction. And so he's going to get a torpedo hit here and a broadside shot. He's going to have 2 turrets unloaded. What, 1 kilometer? This is going to really hurt. And the rear turret is coming around. This is going to finish him off almost certainly. And it does. Nicely done, Dark Wolf. So if you're keeping track, that's 2 kills, 173,000 damage as the Malta throws some torpedoes in the water. Fortunately, they're slow. Looks like he's going to eat 1. Floods, repairs immediately. And there might be a shot on the Malta. It looks like he's got his nose poking out from behind that island there. And I think Dark Wolf has the same idea. This could be really bad for Malta. These guns, these AP shells, they're nasty. Oh yeah, Malta just sitting there broadside, 19 kilometers. All right, everybody, fingers crossed. Yeah, that looks pretty good. 90 degrees, 94 degrees. Oh man. Oh, that was beautiful. So, teachable moment, if you're playing a CV, you can't show the St. Vincent 94 degree broadside. Okay, so detected by aircraft, but that's going to go away here in a second because we still got a sub, so we got to know where the sub is. Last known position of the sub, Foxtrot 2, so he's probably out here somewhere. The aircraft are gone. Our hero is still detected. I think just keep running out of the cap, don't worry about that. You got the Patria there that can secure the cap. I think I'd probably just full steam in toward the sub, and I'd probably switch back to HE. Gotta say, really great game, Dark Wolf. So right now we're sitting on 61 shells on target, 4 incapacitations, 5 fires, 36 secondary hits, courtesy of the Shima, and then the Vermont. 3 total kills, and I'm guessing this might be number 4. 3 Citadels, 1 torpedo hit, and 6 aircraft shot down. Yeah, we're going to eat a few torps here. Loses about half of his remaining HP. Some depth charge hits on the U-2501, and there's just nowhere for this sub to go. So we're probably going to see, around 222,000. There it is. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.